I got spelled T-O-D-G-E, like Dodge and Taj.
I think of both.
The H and J people never get that right. Sometimes they do the H. It's just a bunch of stuff.
Well, the reason I was asking, you're 12-0 here now. Do you think this could be called the Taj Mahal?
It can kind of be like a sub name to it. Memorial Stadium / Death Valley / Mahal. Just a little bit.
Is it easy to remain focused on what you got to get if you sit here playing as well as you are?
I think so, because there's always more room for improvement. I know we keep saying that every week, but it just drives you to go out there and score in every drive, literally. I really don't feel like there's too many people that really stop us, but as you can see, we stop ourselves sometimes. So there's just more of a concentration on it. Heading to the week of practices, coaches don't let us get complacent, not even to a point. So for us, we just got to keep building and keep working.
Does anybody tell you in the locker room today after the game that Alabama was losing, and does that get you excited?
Not at all. I mean, everything else will take care of itself. This is one of those deals where November is the only time that people remember. It really is true, and we're just trying to do our part and just continue to win games, regardless of the situation, regardless of what happens to everybody else. So, I mean, one of the things that we don't want to do, I know everybody's kind of wrapped up in the Virginia Tech Florida State game. It's like, what if this and that? But for us, all we can do is just continue to just keep working and keep winning. I mean, we lost our edge that game, and we just gotta learn from it and just continue to work and keep getting better.
So it did bother you when Florida State kind of got that late touchdown, scored with 40 seconds? It didn't affect you at all?
I mean, as a fan, it was one of those deals where I was like, oh my goodness, can't believe this is happening. So, but I mean, it was a good little bit of us together watching the game, and it's kind of mixed opinion. So it's regardless of the situation. I think we all got one common goal set. That's just to win as many games as possible. So.
What happened on the two fumbles?
The two fumbles. The one kind of in the middle of the field was a bad exchange. I don't know if he thought I was going to pull it or he was clamped down a little bit, or I kind of pulled it and hit the stop board. And the second one, man, just too much extra effort sometimes. Got to the edge, tried to get inside. Initially, I was just going to go down. I felt the drive a little bit. I said, I'm going to try to go ahead and get in here. Turn my back, see what I can't do, and I tried to reach. And it wasn't like the Reggie Bush. I didn't have anybody pushing me. I kind of was getting pushed out. So, I mean, it's just a bad deal. We got points already. We just got to take advantage of those opportunities. And that's why when you come out of these games, that's how you don't get complacent, because we had opportunities to put even more points up, and I didn't capitalize on the opportunity right there.
Is that part of the problem? Is you guys 3 weeks in a row, you jump right out to a big lead, but then you kind of get a little sloppy halfway through? Is it because you got the big lead?
It could be, honestly. I don't know. That's what we're trying not to do. We're trying to remain focused, trying to stay consistent, and not get sloppy. I know Coach stresses that all the time, and we just try to continue to do what we can. I think it's getting better. I think that coming out in the second half, we have a little bit more focus than not Duke game, week before that, who we played? Wake Forest. I think it's gotten better since then, but again, we just got to continue to work.
Do you feel like right now the biggest opponent is yourselves?
Definitely. But I mean, I feel like it's always that. You're not playing against an opponent necessarily. Coach says playing against a nameless opponent, and that's really how it is. I mean, you just got to go out there and execute the game plan. Coach puts us in great situations. Sometimes you're going to have to create a little bit, but most of the time things are there, so you just got to continue to build off of it. I'm very comfortable with the way that these guys are performing, especially against respectively, they were legitimately still a top 15 defense in the country, statistically, and I think we did a pretty decent job, and we just got to continue to work.
Taj, what about your own defense? I mean, the days of them getting swamped in the second half of Florida State and Boston College, how much do you think these guys have improved on that side of the ball since then?
Improved tremendously. It's one of those deals where I think they were getting criticized so much early on, but it's still a new system. It was still everybody trying to get comfortable with what they were doing, and I think it's to the point now where they feel comfortable with what they're doing. They feel like that they can count on one another. They feel accountable for their actions and their plays, and you can just see it gelling. Those guys are having fun out there, and it's always good to see the defense back to the point that where I think it used to be.
It must give you a sense of comfort too, because if you do happen to fumble or throw an interception, you know there's a chance. You know there's a pretty good chance that they're going to stop them.
Yeah, to an extent. But for us, offensively, our job is to score. Every job possible. So, I mean, in that regard, we know that they have our backs, but we want to score in every possible series.
What's it mean for you guys to set the whole win streak here all time?
I think it's a tremendous accomplishment. There's been a foundation laid for the past 2 seasons since Coach Sweeney got here, and I think it's steadily, continuously getting better. And again, maybe I think any of us maybe see the significance later on a little bit in life, but for right now, we're just trying to go out there and just do our jobs and win these games. It's not something that's we don't expect or not out of the ordinary for us, but we just got to continue to work.
Taj, is there a different kind of confidence this time this year compared to what it was this time last year?
I think so. I mean, but again, I think this team has matured so much. For us, it was still a pretty young offense. I mean, it was late in the season, but at the same time, I think we lost our edge. I think we lost what got us to the point that we were at, and Coach does a great job reminding us. We do a great job of reminding ourselves and talking amongst the leaders of this team and the older guys, and we just got to continue to build. I think it's a great movement headed towards the future of this program, and we just got to continue to work.
At the end of the day, just a win or do you take something else from this?
I mean, it's a win. I mean, that's kind of what we expect. And again, this is another opportunity for us to get better. We're fortunate to get another game out here, and we just try to make the most of our opportunities.
Taj, taking care of the ball was problematic last year coming down the stretch. You guys have had 3 turnovers in the last couple of games. Is that starting to become a concern at all?
Not a concern. We just not characteristic of us. I don't think it's a concern to the point where it's like we're gonna go jump off a bridge, but it's just not something that we want to do. It's not what we want to be known for, and turnovers is just a bad deal altogether. So you kind of get irritated about it a little bit about the turnover situation, but I mean, again, it's another learning opportunity for us, a learning experience, and we just got to continue to build off of it.
What does that say about